I'm with David Lovering from Pixies. David,
Hi, Chris. How are you?
good, thanks. Welcome to Halifax.
Oh, thank you. We've never been here. A beautiful, beautiful place. Yeah, and the venue as well. This whole thing is fantastic.
You have spent a lot of time in the UK in the band, haven't you?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's my almost my homeland because because my when you look in the derivation of Lovering, it's Welsh. So I mean, so when it's coming back here, it's always nice to be in the UK. So yeah.
Well, it's always good to have you here. And in fact, in the early days of the band, I think it's probably fair to say that you were more popular here than at home.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It took, yeah, I think originally with 4AD, especially the label, and our time coming over here, it took a long time for the States to maybe recognize us, if that's the word.
Yeah, I've always wondered why that was, because I think you are a quintessentially sounding American band.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I I don't know. I always say it's taste, if anything. So, but yeah.
Do you remember the very early days and not knowing whether it was going to work or not? This was more than 30 years ago now.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, starting out in this band, we always, kind of a cheerleader and stuff like that. And I really liked the music. This was something different, hearing Charles's songs than I was kind of listening to, like new wave and metal and stuff like that. So just wow, it just was eye-opening, and I became a big fan, if for anything. So I was kind of cheerleading, and I thought that we were different than anything. So
I'm
yeah.
interested to know who you were into and who Pixies are always cited as such a big influence on so many bands from Nirvana to Radiohead.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are your personal biggest influences?
Well, I mean, as a drummer, when I started drumming when I was a kid, so it was always the bands with drummers. I like Chicago a lot, Rush, Steely Dan, kind of, not your Pixie sounding bands,
No.
but that's the way that's what I really kind of lent towards. And it was funny when the Pixies first started, Chris. I was very busy on drums because I was emulating Neil Peart from Rush.
Right?
'Cause he was such a fan. So the Pixies were very busy in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I realized after a short time, hey, I can't be doing all these like crazy fills and stuff like that. So that's where we are today. So,
But you love your moments in the band, don't you, when you play live? There's a lot of you.
yeah, well, I enjoy. I mean, it's just me playing. I'm not. I don't think I'm the greatest drummer, but I suit this band for what it is. And it's something I love. I can play with other bands, but I won't be as the love I have or just the feeling I have with this band. So.
Do you ever think about the bands that you've influenced, like Nirvana, like Radiohead?
Not really. It's nice to be cited. It's I can kind of maybe hear maybe if there's something into it. I mean, I have friends if I'm in a restaurant or anywhere if the Pixie song is playing, I have to be tapped to tell. Oh, that's you. I don't hear it, so it's almost the same when I hear maybe Nirvana or I don't know about Radiohead, but it's wonderful to be acknowledged.
Yeah. And 9 albums in now.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'm right saying 9?
I think it is. I think yeah. I've lost track a bit, but I know I'd have to count. But yeah, yeah.
I think the last one, Doggerel 2022.
Okay.
So is there going to be new Pixies music?
Yes, there is. Yeah, we finished touring, I think last year, and we had a lot of free time. We decided to go into the studio when we weren't planning to, but we did. And we came out with a bunch of music, which will be out in October 25th.
Whoa.
And I have to say, Chris, and I'm not just, I like the records we've done. I like all the records we've done, but this one I'm very, very excited about.
Why so?
I think that we all played very well on it. Mm-hmm. All our musicianship, if you call it that, I think it's just from our being older. I think that you've done it for so long, you get a little more like wine. You get a little finer at it and stuff like that. So I think our playing was very well done. I think the songs were strong as well. And I think that combination of also being in a studio that we've been in before with a producer that we worked with before, there was a comfort level there. And all that, I think, just combined, and I'm very happy with it.
You've done your 10,000 hours, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah. When I think about it, we've done in the thousands of shows. If my managers looked into it and it's like, what? You're kidding. So if you add up that in minutes or whatever, like, oh, yeah. But I love doing it. So.
Can I ask you about why you don't sound check and why you don't do set lists?
It's our shtick, I think, part of our shtick. We first stopped doing sound checks, I don't know how many years ago, because we have a very sufficient crew that knows how to do it well. So if they can do it, and it also makes an adventure when we come out, because you don't know what it's going to be like. And we have a monitor man, monitor engineer, Matt, who also, if there's any emergency, he can change things on the fly. But it makes it an adventure, and it gives us a little more free time during the day as well. And I think what happened with that having an effect, we decided we're not going to do set lists anymore, because our set lists were always different. We never followed a structure. It was never the same thing every night. And eventually we just became, let's just wing it. So we know what the first song is. We only know that. And that's what our sound engineer, that's what our lighting engineer, that's what our monitor engineer knows. After that, it's, I feel sorry for them, because it's like, whoa, here comes the next one. They got to do this. But we've developed this over time. We've done it for a number of years now, and we have it down where certain songs might go together, or I might do a certain click that I know everyone else is gonna know, or there's hand signals. There's, Alec Eiffel is this. All Around the World is like a circle one like that. This is, my click is like Isla de Encanta. It goes on and on like that. So, and it's fun to do, and we've refined it, and we can pull it off. So
Sure. Do you have time for magic still?
Yeah, I do it on the road at least. I don't do, just because the Pixies have been so busy, I don't do my regular stuff that is separate. But on the road, I can either entertain, or I've been doing lately, I do a thing called Magic Monthly. It used to be Magic Mondays, but I reached the bottom of my bag of tricks. So it's Magic Monthly now, and I've been doing it with all in our family here. So I just did it with the Pale White today, who is our opening band. So I just did a piece with him that I filmed. That'll be out in September. I did one with Emma just recently. I'll do another one with Miles and Dave, who are lighting and sound engineers. And I'm just going to make my way through the whole crew and band and everything. Because I had done this in the past for a number of years now. And all the magic I was doing was just me and a camera. So I'd done enough magic that was just to show people what it is like that. But a lot of the magic that I have involves a person, a spectator, or someone to help me out.
Sure.
So now, because I'm on that angle right now, because I have a lot more tricks, I'm able to use that with our family here. So.
I love the way you called the band and the crew, by the way, your family.
They are.
Yeah.
I speak very highly of our, I call them crew, but they all make it work. They all they make the show happen. Other than us playing, it's everyone else involved. So.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Could you look right down the barrel and be definitive? Is it Pixies or the Pixies?
It's Pixies. It is Pixies. I say the Pixies because it was years of that. But the more we've dealt with speaking about us and in press and things like that, it really is Pixies. But it's always been the Pixies in my head. But it is Pixies.
There it is, definitive. Yeah. David Lovering, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure, Chris. Oh, thank you. And if you want to see a magic trick, I can show you a trick right now if you like.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, here we go. In my pocket here, I have, rubber bands. Check this out. 2 rubber bands, okay? Now, all I want you to do is watch. I'll place one between my finger and thumb, just like that. I'll do the same thing with this one, but I'm going to link them together so I am handcuffed. You see what I mean? I'm stuck there, like that. I can't pull through them. I can't go over the ends of the rubber band. But if I rub right there in the middle, one strand at a time, just melts right through the bands. And I come back.
How about that?
It's a lot of free time. That's
What's that old thing? 30 years in a rock band, 25 years of hanging around.
yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. But perfect.
Thank you, David.
Oh, my pleasure, Chris. Thank you.